Hi everyone, today I just wanted to talk about this from Becca. This is the soft blurring powder. I think that's what it's called. Soft light blurring powder. Mine is in golden hour. I think they only have one or two colors. I think it was one, but it could have been two. All I know is this is the lightest color. It was golden hour. So that's the one I picked because I bought this because it was on the Sephora website and it said blurring, and I thought that sounds really good because who doesn't want to feel like their face is blurred or like softened or, you know, smooth. When I hear blurring, I think like smooth. This is the packaging. It's really pretty and kind of fancy. It twists off like this. It's of course a loose powder, so it can get kind of messy. I usually shake mine into the cap when I use it. And it looks like that in the jar. And I'm gonna say that I really like this powder. I do feel like it does smooth your face. The only thing I don't like about this powder is that I feel like it's a smidge dark and I have to like kind of blend it down here more than I would, and it kind of gives me a little bit darker face overall, a little more just tan than I normally am because I'm really fair. But I think in the summer this is gonna be good, and I think that you can kind of blend it in so it's not too much of a color. I don't think it's supposed to give a color. I just feel like I'm really light skinned, so that's what happens. But I really like this powder. I feel like it goes on smoothly. It does kind of make your face have that kind of blurred, smooth effect when you put it on. I especially notice like it wears pretty well. I would say that it gets pretty good wear. Like I can go through a whole day of work and look pretty good. But I would say like the first like few hours that I put it on, it looks especially really nice. So I really like this for like going out at night or an event or something, because I think the look it gives is really nice and soft. So if you want your face to appear like soft and like soft focus and not so noticeable of pores and fine lines, I think this is a good powder for setting your makeup. I like to use it on top of like a liquid foundation, which is what I would assume most people would use like a setting powder for. I think it's definitely a setting powder. I wouldn't use it by itself. I think it doesn't really have coverage. It just kind of smooths you out, if that makes any sense. And I really like it. Comes in this box. I do think it's kind of expensive. I think this was like $38. It says directions. Use the Becca soft kabuki brush to evenly distribute the powder for a perfected complexion. Well, I don't use that. I use a like Real Technique powder brush, and I think it does just fine. And I do set my under eyes with it, though I do think that I get some creasing with this powder, but that's pretty typical for under my eyes, so that happens. And it basically, on the box, it says, a real-life wearable beauty filter. This soft, loose setting powder graces skin with a subtle luminosity, blurs imperfections, and eliminates shine. I do think that if it does give a luminosity, it's very subtle, because I feel like it does make me look really nice and blurred, but it does make me look pretty matte, in my opinion. So I still use highlighter and like a glowy bronzer all over my face to kind of give back some glow, because I don't like to look matte. It's a very pretty powder, and I like the finish it gives, but I don't always want to look matte, so I have highlight on and all that. But this does a good job of going on before your bronzer and blush and stuff to make you look nice, and then you can put on some blush afterwards, and I think it does a good job. All in all, if you're looking for a high-end powder, this is $38. This is a great one to try. I mean, the good thing about Sephora is if you don't like it, you can take it back. So that's always my thought. Like, if I hate this, I'll just take it back. And I don't hate it, so I will be keeping this. But it's a really nice powder. It does make you look blurred. I don't know about the real life beauty filter, but I felt nice when I wore it. And I think that's all that really matters, is if you like something. So I did think this was really nice, and I did think it did do some blurring like the name says. So I highly recommend this, and I'll see you guys later.